slam victory for Sheng Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong. So, match to Chen Yufei. And they've done it. What a wonderful women's doubles we have witnessed here today. Kodai Naraoka wins his first World Tour title. What a thrilling, deciding game.
Hello and a warm welcome to Badminton Weekly with me, Jasmine Lim. The curtains have closed on the 6th and final Super 750 event, the Li-Ning China Masters, marking the end of the qualifying period for the much-anticipated year-end World Tour finals. Some qualifying spots kept us on the edge of last-minute thrills, and of course, we're going to talk about it in the next 15 minutes or so with none other than former Australian player and coach Jeff Thuy. Welcome back to the show, Jeff. It's always good to have you back.
Thanks for having me, Jasmine.
Let's start with the men's singles category. Now, before we focus on the all-Japanese final, were you surprised to see both Li Shifeng and Shi Yuqi knocked out early in their home event?
Yes, I was actually. I thought that being at home, they would have rose to the occasion, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. I feel like for Li Shifeng, he has struggled with a little bit of consistency in the second half of this year though. He's lost first round in China, in France, in Japan as well, but he's also won titles. So he's had some very mixed results, but it's surprising to see that kind of result in the first round of a home tournament for him. But at the same time, we all know that Rasmus Gemke, he can beat the world's top players. So from that perspective, I guess it's not too much of a surprise. But for Shi Yuqi, I thought that he was getting into some really good form actually. But it did look like he was a little bit tired. I feel like he wasn't quite as explosive as he normally is. He's usually thundering down big smash winners, but Christo was getting a lot back and Christo played a very good match. All credit to him. But I do think that Shi Yuqi was probably a little bit tired because of course he played until Sunday the week before against Axelsen in the final in the Kunamoto Masters.
No joy then for the Chinese top seeds, but plenty to celebrate for Japan's #1, Kodai Naraoka, as he walked away with his maiden tour title. His win, though, meant that compatriot Kenta Nishimoto fails to go through to the World Tour finals. So this was a rather bittersweet victory for the Japanese fans.
Yeah, I think for your first title, you do want to, I guess, play someone against someone from a different country, right? But I think at the same time, you could see his celebration after, you know how much it meant to him. And I think in the final, he was just too solid against Nishimoto. To be honest, I feel like Nishimoto actually didn't believe he could win. I thought Naraoka was so relaxed. He plays so many backhands. I could see Nishimoto trying to play faster. He was trying to attack. He was trying to hit the winners, but the defense of Naraoka was crazy. He just got everything back. He was hitting winners from defensive positions almost on the ground. So he just didn't have any answers, and Naraoka, I think, just was too solid. But at the same time, if I was Nishimoto, I'd be thinking, if I could make the World Tour finals, I want to earn it myself. I don't want to feel like I got there because Naraoka went easy for me on the finals to help me get in. So I think that that's what happened. I think that they just both went out there, they did what they could do, and Naraoka ended up winning the match.
Naraoka's win shoots him 5 spots up to the top of the table, replacing Jonathan Christie, who falls to 2nd. Despite moving 2 places up to 8th, Nishimoto misses out on qualification as Anders Antonsen takes the last spot thanks to Kunlavut Vititsan's automatic entry as the world champion. Over in the women's singles category, Chen Yufei took home her 4th title of the year after Han Yue unfortunately had to retire in the final. Despite that, Chen has been on a roll lately, peaking at the business end of the calendar, making it to 4 straight finals. And she doesn't look like she's slowing down anytime soon, does she?
Yeah, she's just been amazing. I think both you can see with the 4 finals in a row, both mentally and physically, she's almost unstoppable there. And I think that's a huge credit because we know what level she can play at, but to do that consecutively, to maintain her body, to maintain her mind, we all know how hard it is to back up performances, especially when you finish on Sunday then you have to play sometimes Tuesday or Wednesday the next week. There's not much time for rest. So I think she's doing great, and I think it's a great time to do it leading into World Tour finals. She's in really good form.
Chen's win moves her up a spot to second with An Se-young still at the top. Hanya's appearance on Sunday is enough to secure her the second Chinese spot ahead of He Bingjiao. And with Akane Yamaguchi's withdrawal due to an injury, Kim Ga-eun takes the last qualification spot despite being in the 11th place. Now, the battle for a spot in Hangzhou understandably took center stage last week, but Vietnamese #1 Thuy Linh captured attention of fans worldwide. She defeated the likes of Olympic champion Carolina Marin to achieve her best career finish yet. We managed to speak to the 26-year-old to learn more about her and her game. Here's what she has to say.
Yeah, I think this tournament I already tried my best to play until today. Yeah, and I think after this match I have to training more and training hard more, and I have a lot of still not yet enough. Yeah, I think I have to more power and more be patient on court. Yes, I have to learn more. I think this year my result is good already. I never think like I can be a top 20 early, because when starting this year my ranking around 50 or 50, more than 50 something. Yeah, and I think if I want to more like improve, so I have to learn more and training more. So after every tournament I have write what I'm not good, and after that I'm training again. Yeah. I just everybody look at me same like I just fight until the end. I will not give up. Yeah, so this I want like everybody looking like that. No, I have like I give time for family, for friends, for myself. I going outside to eat something, drink coffee, watching movies, shopping. Yeah, I think whatever I feel I like, I will go.
Just like Win's performance in Shenzhen, the men's double final was definitely one that captured the fans' attention. An epic showdown that saw Liang Wei-keng and Wang Chang come out on top against Sadlik Saiwat-Rankareddy and Chirag Shetty. It went down to the wire. But the current world #1 and home favorites held on. This could very well be the boost they needed to turn around after their recent lackluster form, considering that they haven't gotten out of the second round since the China Open in September.
Yeah, look, their form has been struggling a little bit actually, hasn't it? But in this week, I think they've shown the reason why they are ranked world #1. Liang in the rear court just pummeling down those big attacking shots, those big smashes. But for me, Wang Cheng was the outstanding player today. He was the best player on court. He was just dominating that front court like crazy. He was just getting everything, reading everything, so attacking. And he was beating Shetty, who we know is also probably one of the best front court players in the world as well. But he was challenging him from the first point. You could see how confident he was. They were a little bit nervous towards the end when they're up 20-13 and they actually lost the next 6 match points. But at the same time, to get the title, especially at home, I think that would do them so much confidence moving forward.
The match aside, both pairs' runs to the finals have helped Mohammad Shohibul Fikri and Bagos Maulana through to the World Tour finals. Jeff, are you surprised that they are the second Indonesian pair to make it through to the end of the year event?
I'm a little bit surprised that they are the second Indonesian pair to make it through, because from a world ranking perspective, they're only the third highest Indonesian pair. But we all know the depth of Indonesian men's doubles, right? There are so many good pairs. And look, this pair, they've proven they can beat anyone in the world, but they just struggle a little bit with more the consistency of the performances. So sometimes they can lose first round, like in China, in Japan, in Kunamoto Masters. But then they can also make the finals, French Open, Denmark Open. So it's a little bit surprising because you don't usually see their name consistently winning or getting in the further rounds. But at the same time, I still think they very much deserve to be at the World Tour finals.
So Fikri and Maulana are joined by Fajar Alfian and Muhammad Rian Adianto as the two pairs representing Indonesia. China will be represented by Liang and Wang, as well as Liu Yichen and Oh Xianyi. Rankireddy and Shetty made the biggest jump after China Masters, but unfortunately, it was still not enough to book their spot in Hangzhou. Moving on to the mixed doubles category, we saw a repeat of the World Championships finals. But unlike in Denmark, Zheng Siwei and Hwang Ya-tiong dominated Xiu Xiang-jae and Che Yu-jung to win the showdown in just over 30 minutes. This is Zheng and Hwang's sixth title of the year, and they seemed almost unplayable this whole tournament, weren't they?
Yes, absolutely, especially in that final against Xiu and Che. I think that, look, in that combination of Hwang Ya-kyung and Zheng Siwei, I feel like Hwang Ya-kyung is usually the more stable one in the front court, and sometimes Siwei can be a little bit nervous or a little bit of a few errors. But this week, he's been invincible. He's been at the top of his game as well. So, no one could get close to them. They were so good this week.
It was also a huge week for Hong Kong's Tang Chung-man and Zhang Shet as they managed to snatch their spot in the year-end finals. The duo have been on the rise since their Hilo Open win, where they made their goal to play in Hangzhou known. They had to really push for it, but it's nice to see them making it through here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice to see the Hong Kong pair, Tang and Si. I really do like watching them play. They're a little bit unique, I feel. They're not all about just power and speed. Si is kind of like, she has good technique, she has good shots, but she's not really that powerful or that fast. But then of course Tang is really fast, and I really like watching the two left-handers play together because we don't usually see that many, and I think that they bring just another dimension to the mixed doubles event. So really excited to see them play in World Tour finals.
Malaysia's Cheng Tang-jie and Toh Yi-wei also successfully secured their spot in Hangzhou, capitalizing on the available spot left open by the 6th place Jiang Zhenpang and Wei Ya-sing. The latter can't qualify given that Feng Yanzhe and Huang Dongping, along with the world number ones Zheng Siwei and Hwang Ya-tiong, had already taken the 2 China spots. Just like in the men's singles, the women's doubles final was an all-Japanese affair. Naomi Matsuyama and Chiharu Shida outplayed Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota to secure their 3rd title of the year. This is after the pair defeated Baek Hana and Lee Seo-hee in the semis to book their spot in the World Tour finals, ahead of Fukushima and Hirota. Tough luck for the latter, but Matsuyama and Shida really did have a fantastic week in Shenzhen, didn't they?
Yeah, they really bounced back from a first round loss the week before in Kunamoto Masters, yeah? So I think that in Japanese women's doubles, I think that the pairs are all similar. I think they can all beat each other on different days. And the level of the Japanese women's doubles is so high. So it's good to see them in good form again, and looking forward to them competing at World Tour finals.
Again, it was close but no cigar for Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota. China's Zhang Shuxian and Zheng Yu, along with Reino Miura and Ayaki Sakuramoto, also suffered the same fate, paving the way for 9th place Apriyani Rahayu and Siti Faldia Silva Ramadanti, along with 11th place Jongko Fan Kititarakul and Rawinda Prajongjai to advance to the year-end finale. Well, we're all poised then for a fantastic season finale come December. But for now, thank you so much, Jeff, for taking the time to join us.
Thanks for having me, Jasmine.
We still have a couple of weeks till the finals, but fret not, there's still plenty of badminton for you to enjoy with the Syed Modi India International happening from the 28th of November through to the 3rd of December. Look out for Marcus Gideon's debut with his new partner Mohammad Rehan there, and if you guys are on the go, fret not, you can catch the latest news, match updates and analysis on the BWF app Badminton for you. And as always, you know the drill, share your thoughts and comments on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And until next week everybody, take care and goodbye.